We have breaking news right now, horrific news right now. The United States of America has been caught torturing migrants on United States soil, placing them in what Amnesty International is calling the quote, the box, a 2x2 cage in the hot South Florida sun at the Alligator Alcatraz detention facility, exposed to mosquitoes, sunlight, weather, and horrific conditions all around in a 2x2 box with snakes, gators, and more. Everyone needs to know about this because the United States of America is committing torture on U.S. soil. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and consider supporting my work by subscribing to my Substack by clicking the link below. Let's talk about Amnesty International's report that was released today. The report considers the detention conditions at both the Alligator Alcatraz facility, along with the Chrome detention facility, to amount to torture or other ill treatment. Amnesty International is actively calling on the government of the United States to end its cruel mass immigration detention and deportation machine, to stop the criminalization of migration, bar the use of state-owned facilities for immigration custody detention, ensure thorough investigations into all deaths, abuses, and allegations of torture in custody, and comply with international human rights law and standards. Now, I'm going to show you the box right now, but it is not for the faint of heart. And so I want you to be very mindful about what you're about to see. This is the box. This is a rendering of a 2x2 cell that migrants were placed outside in the Florida sun, as you can see, with snakes and other creatures around for sometimes up to 24 hours. They were there without adequate access to food, water, and more. This is what the United States government has been doing to undocumented migrants in South Florida. Extreme forms of punishment and torture, the box. Amnesty International considers that individuals at Alligator Alcatraz are being subjected to cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment, which may amount to torture. Individuals who had been detained at the facility shared that they experienced verbal and or physical abuse, as well as racist and discriminatory comments from guards. Quote, the guards would bang on the cages and yell at us, said a migrant. A man seeking asylum stated that the guards would constantly try to provoke people. He said, quote, they called him a worm. FLIC said that individuals detained at the facility had been beaten and insulted. In addition, they were placed in the box. Horrible. Horrible news right now. Let me read you some of the stories from migrants. A migrant who was suffering from severe back pain and kidney stones said that guards at the facility were consistently making fun of him, including laughing at him while he was hospitalized at a hospital in Kendall for 7 days. I was taken to the hospital in Kendall. There were 3 guards around me at all times, and I was handcuffed the whole time. At one point, my wife, who had no idea where I was being detained, appeared on TV. The guards realized she was my wife and changed the channel. They laughed at me and one said, this is what we're looking for when you came to the United States. There was a man from Venezuela who had digestion problems, and so they gave him more time to eat. But one time a guard pushed him and hit him for taking too long to eat. The guards are constantly trying to provoke you. They want to prove that we're criminals. Individuals detained at Alligator Alcatraz are shackled anytime they are removed from the cages, including to eat or receive medical care. The use of shackles on everyone, including during meal times and medical care, amounts to cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment and may even amount to torture. The 4 men interviewed by Amnesty International, as well as Florida-based organizations, told the organization about the box, described as a 2x2 foot cage-like structure located outside the yard of Alligator Alcatraz, where individuals are sent for punishment. Individuals are put in the box, their hands are shackled, and their feet are attached to restraints on the ground. They are unable to sit down or move positions and are forced to remain there for hours in the heat with hardly any water or protection from the sun, heat, or insects. According to a man seeking safety, people ended up in the box just for asking the guards anything. I saw a guy who was put in there for an entire day. This is the box. This is what people were enduring. This is a human rights violation. This is probably torture. Imagine another country taking a United States citizen and putting them in a 2x2 cage like this, outside, in the heat, outside, in the weather conditions, more. This is horrific. Let's read more. There was a box outside that was used to punish people. One time, 2 people in my cell were calling out to the guards, telling them that I needed my medication. 10 guards rushed into the cell and threw them to the ground. They were taken to the box and punished just for trying to help me. Anytime that someone demanded that our rights be respected, we were punished. They call it the box at the Everglades. It's a box outside exposed to the South Florida sun and humidity, and exposed to mosquitoes that is said to be used as punishment. But here's the thing. Article 1, subsection 1 of the UN Convention Against Torture. An act of torture constitutes torture if 4 elements are present: intention, infliction of severe physical or mental pain or suffering, a purpose such as coercion, intimidation, obtaining information or a confession or discrimination, and a degree of official involvement. State agents at Alligator Alcatraz used the box as a form of punishment. The conditions were an extremely small space that prevents sitting, lying, or changing position, combined with high temperatures and humidity levels and the deprivation of water, sanitation, and protection from harsh weather conditions and insects, would likely cause severe physical and psychological pain and suffering. Amnesty International considers that the use of the box as a form of punishment at Alcatraz constitutes torture. We're locked up in 1,000-square-foot cages. There are 32 people in each cage and 8 cages inside the tent. The lights are like stadium lights. They're always on. They're never turned off or even dimmed. It's very cold. The air conditioning is strong. There are a lot of mosquitoes. That is from an inmate previously detained at the Alligator Alcatraz prison facility. I want to show you one more time because this is what inmates are dealing with at the Alligator Alcatraz facility. This is what the United States government subjected people to, humans to. Folks, this is a story of epic proportion that more people need to be talking about, that more networks need to be covering. Because if we don't bring light to what is happening on American soil in the United States of America, then what? Then what? How dare we just sit back and do nothing? Alligator Alcatraz, as you know, is subject to significant litigation. There are questions over how long it can remain open, whether it can remain open. At this point, what once was Alligator Alcatraz is a shell of what it once was. It's very different. There are a lot less people, obviously. The facility itself has been pretty much closed down at this point. But make no mistake, this is what happened in the United States of America. And this is what everyone needs to know about. And so I need your help to share these stories, to spread the word. Because if you don't do it, no one else will. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please get the word out. Because this is urgent. And I'll see you soon. Hey folks, Aaron Parnas here. Thank you so much for watching The Parnas Perspective. Please consider subscribing to support our work as we grow this independent news media entity into something that rivals mainstream every single day. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon.